All right, welcome to the week 3 food guide. So there's a couple things once again that we're going to be changing. It's going to be simple, not necessarily easy, but only two things that we're going to be changing during week 3 here. So the first thing that we're going to be changing, the serving sizes are all going to be staying the same, but during this week 3, now we're going to switch. Last week we were eating a minimum. This week we are eating a maximum. So we are eating a maximum of 4 servings of protein, a maximum of 3 servings of fats, a maximum of 5 servings of carbs, and a maximum of 5 servings of vegetables. So this is the maximum amount that I want anybody to eat. You're not going to be doing any more than that during this 3-week time period. So that's the first change. The second change that we're going to be doing is we are actually going to be implementing time restricted eating during this next week here. So for those of you who haven't ever heard of this, a lot of people might call this intermittent fasting. I don't consider fasting anything that's under 24 hours. And so I just call this more time restricted eating. So the way that this works is that you're going to be now restricting the time of day that you're eating your food to a specific window. That window is going to be 5 to 8 hours long. So what I mean by that is that, for example, for people when they're doing this, most people will set this up where their first meal of the day will be lunch, and then the last meal of the day will be dinner. So let's say, for example, that somebody eats their first meal at 11. The last time that they would eat during the day would be 7 o'clock. So that's going to be your 8-hour window. Now, this window can be anywhere from 5 to 8 hours long. So it doesn't have to be 8. If you want to make it 7, 6, 5, or even 4, that's fine. Shortening the window is not a bad thing. And we just don't want it to go past that 8 hours. The intention of this is that we are trying to get your body to be better at metabolizing body fat. And the way that you do that is by not incorporating more food as you're going through this. So that's going to be the second thing that we're implementing. Now, this window can be wherever you want it to be throughout the day. For instance, some people prefer to eat breakfast and then like a late lunch. So if they eat breakfast at 7, then once again, 8 hours after that would be 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then they wouldn't eat anything after 2. But you can put this window wherever you want to throughout the day. Perfectly fine. We're just going to implement this eating window from here going forward. So those are the two changes during this week. It's a maximum serving of these serving sizes right through here. And then we're going to be implementing the eating window. So once again, if you got any questions, go ahead, ask in the chat or in the community there, and or bring them to the weekly group call. So that's what we got for this week for changes.